Hello, creative creatures. Making this video to show you basically how to use the new modes, the Torus modes that I just made. I'm talking about this one. Yeah, you can see the blue one and the transparent one. You get the transparent version, not the blue one. Blue one, we make it only for the, it looks better on the website, but it's softer. I'm getting better result with the transparent one, so that's why you will receive the transparent silicone mode, not the blue one. Blue one is just for the picture and video purposes anyway. So the transparent one, yeah, that's what you're getting. Okay, so basically, well, it took more than 4, even 5 weeks to get into this mode. To create the design and to make, all of the channels work out and everything is, doing what it should do. So I came to the box design, which in my opinion is the easiest way to create the Torus, to get the casting out of the mold in a correct shape, and everything's gonna be perfect when you get the casting out of the mold. So you have 2 parts, right? So this is how the transparent mold look like, and you will get this type of mold, all of you that order it. So basically you have this mark here. It's a triangle mark which is concave, and this is a raised mark. Basically this locks the mold. Well, in general, locking the mold, it's happening because this inner edge locks into the outer edge, so when you lock it, you get the mold aligned properly. Very easy, I was thinking about the many different ways of creating this locking system, so I want to make sure that when you align the mold and just place the 2 parts together, you get the the best results possible. I didn't go with the 4 marking points, so you have to align them and blah blah blah. It's too complicated, so I want to make it simple. So this is the simplest version you can get, well, in my opinion. Okay, in short, about how you cast your resin into this mold. First, you have these 2 parts. You fill or you make your design. So if you want to do your orgonites, just mix your resin with the shavings or whatever, and fill the mold up to the edge, this edge, inner edge, up to this edge. I need to make sure you don't go over the edge, because if you go over the edge, well, we do that with the both parts, We do the both parts, fill the cavity, this cavity and this cavity. Oh, get out of here. Oh. Anyway, so when you fill the mold up to this edge, then you wait it to dry. Basically, you need to have you need to make sure that when you flip this part over the other one, you don't get any leaks or anything. So this is gonna be like a cured resin, and when you close them, you don't have any, like, how can I say, resin moving out of this part. So this is the first step. Once you have these 2 molds filled with the design, you can do shaving crystals, just to make the orgonite. And if you want to do orgonite, just do it the right way. Try to do the proportions of organic and non-organic parts, evenly and as it should. So because I'm not gonna get into the story about so many people doing this transparent stuff. Too much resin, too little shavings, or too much crystals and too little shavings. You have proportions, and what the proportions is. Well, 40 to 60 organic versus non-organic. I'm not sure if I'm correct here, but anyway, well, because I haven't been casting organized for a long time, but I know that, you know, there is the proportions, and you stick to it, you know, you're gonna get the better working organites, and everything's gonna work as it should. Okay, let's continue. You have these parts filled with resin. Then, next step, it's all cured. You have your resin in this part, and in this part, it's all cured. And next step is to fill this one. You see, this is like a pool. It's a little pool here. I mean, you have these raised walls here. So basically, pull the resin, a little bit of resin, just so you go over the edge, and you make sure that when you press the other one, you have the excess resin coming out of this channel, because you have this in both parts. So the excess resin is going to come out of here. The way you press the molds is kind of important, because when you close it, so you center, you know, the both triangles should be facing each other, you see. And when you have the resin in this part, you start closing the mold very slowly, and once you come to this point, you start pushing it this way. Oops, it's not a line problem. Now, okay. So when you press here, and you get all of the resin through the hole here, then we are going to provide 2 HDPE tiles, plates, whatever you call it. Anyway, so the base one is laying on one. This one is for catching the leak, because there is going to be leak from the excess resin that you pour in. And the top one is to position your weight. So you're basically pressing the top one. I'm not going to use any bungees or any, you know, straps to do the thing, because it's very messy. So it's very simple. Just to put this one, align it, close it, put the one on the top. Ideally, you should use any weight between 2 and 3 kilograms to make sure that everything, you know, it's compressed and it's, you know, sealed properly. Don't worry if there is a little gap in this part here. That's okay, because I designed the mold in a way that this lip is touching the base one without interfering this border, meaning that you always have the best closing, you know, and the best sealed. So basically, you're sealing the mold. When you close it, this lip is raised and this is low, so they're touching each other, and there will be very little amount of resin left to clean. So that's why I did it this way. So basically, you're closing the mold, placing the plates, put the weight on the top. Well, we try to align properly, you know, when this one should be roughly in the center, and this one, you know, try to align it with the base one, so the weight doesn't, how can I guess, skew the top plate in either direction. So you need to make sure you just center the weight on the top of it, and that's it. This is how it looks like. It's very simple. I did many castings, and I would say 9 out of 10 are successful. You know, we're talking about bubbles at the end, you know, but you take care of the bubbles, you take care of the resin, you know. I don't know what kind of resin you're gonna use. I don't know how you're gonna eliminate the bubbles. I'm using a very liquidish resin with a very low viscosity. I should say high viscosity, yeah, high viscosity. And it just flows, and I don't get any bubbles. So this is the casting from the mold, you know. You can see down the video that I posted. It's perfect. It's nothing in it. No bubbles. No bubbles at all. Perfect channels. And this is what I'm getting out of the mold. Right. Well, next thing is demolding. Demolding is just, you know, obviously remove the plates and open up the mold. Just take out the casting, and you'll be left with a a little bit of a resin skin around here. So we need to peel it out. It's very thin skin, you know, of resin, you know, it's very easy to clean. I use X-Acto knife to just shave it and remove it. Sandpaper might leave you a matte finish at the edge if you use a sandpaper, you know. For me, X-Acto knife and a very sharp X-Acto knife does, you know, a really good job, you know, cleaning the edge of the casting. The inner part is very easy, you know, just to push it out, and it's very thin skin left there, so when you press the wire in the channel, you know, it doesn't interfere with the, you know, pushing it down and whatever, you know, it's perfect. Alright, so now we have the casting. So you have this, so eventually you come up to the casting and you wonder how to do the wire. Right. I purposely try to make the channels as wide as possible and as deep as possible, because the amount of wire you're gonna use and the thickness of the wire, I believe that the thicker the wire, the better the electromagnetic field will be, and it does work out very well, you know. I will show you the testings, you know, with the electromagnetic field and all that in another video, but this is a very tiny thing and it's really powerful. I love it. I have one myself, so I know this is the first one I made. Yeah, this is how it looks like. In fact, I will make myself another one. I just want to switch to the, you know, different colors. You know, if you make it black like this one, yeah, this is the black casting, no wire. This is the white casting with wire. You will see a difference. Well, it's not exactly white because the sun makes it yellowish, but you will see, you can see all of the figures, and you know, it looks like a perfect flower. You know, it's very beautiful. So you can see a difference if you have this one and this one. You know, the white one, for me, or the bright color, makes the wire pop out better. So I would prefer, you know, light color with resin. Anyway, it's you know, it's my own preferences. You know, you can do whatever you want. You know, but I just, you know, showing the difference. And then the wire thing is it's about doing your wire yourself. I have a bunch of wire here, you know, it's all different thicknesses and all that, you know. So basically you get the drill, tie one end to something solid, and then just, you know, ignore that sound, you know, it's constant. I should have put an airplane mode anyway. So when you're winding the wire, many people ask me how you secure the wire. I'm showing you my way, you know. The way I'm doing it is just to put a little drop of super glue and secure the wire. I'm securing the wire at the, I'm gonna use that to point. I'm securing the wire here, inside here, so you don't see anything around here. I always try to secure the wire. Basically, I drop a little bit of a super glue here, glue the wire, and then continue winding it. You need two wires to go all the way around, so basically one in one direction and the other one in the other direction. You start with the channel that is deeper. You have one deep channel here, and you have a shallow channel here. Anyway, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying, you know. So you start with a deeper channel, then we go to a shallow channel after that. And once you're finished, you need to figure out how we're gonna basically do the bell on the top and all that. You can just run, you know, the knots on the top of it, you know, it's done. Oops. Yeah, so the wire, you need to take time. First few times you need to really be patient and make sure that you don't rush with the wire, because it's like a process. You need to be like a really calm, do your meditation before that, or whatever you do, you know, just to be very calm, don't stress out, because it's a, you know, not exactly easy thing to do, you know. So when you place the wire, you position it, you glue it. Oops, let me try to do that. I don't know how to do on a camera. It's always easier to do it when I don't shooting the video, but anyway, I try to show you. And this wire is a bit too thick anyway. So this is how it works. I'm trying to show you. So you're pressing the wire inside the channel, it goes deeper than that, and you glue it right here. And then you start winding the thing, you know, just to go through the whole, you know, make sure you don't do any kinks when you do that. So just to pull the wire, go on the other direction, go on the other side, twist it, and this is your next channel here. And just keep going, you know, keep going, then you go again, inside. Now it takes about, I would say, 20 minutes to half an hour to get this all, you know, completed correctly and really wind it, you know, the right way, you know. So this is how it works. I just did 3 windings. So this is how it looks like basically. When you start winding up, this is the base wire, and the top wire will go after that. When this wire will end up exactly the same place when you started. So then I, you know, just to drop a little bit of one drop of the super glue, and then secure the wire at the same place. I try to cut it perfectly so the wires can be in, you know, in touch, basically they're touching, so I can get this, you know, complete circle. But you know, this is mainly for, you know, really cool looking pendants, and you know, it does you know, produce some really cool magnetic fields, you know, because there is a, you know, copper wire, and the shape is perfect and special. Well, it's a Phi Torus, you know. Anyway, so I designed that Torus with the Fibonacci dimensions 1.618 is embedded in design. This is outer diameter versus inner diameter of the, how can I say, of the torus. So from here to here is 1.618, but from the center here to the center here is exactly 1. So 1 versus 1.618. And this is pretty much it. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have a journey getting into the perfect, you know, windings, and you know, getting into. To me, this learning process took about 3 or 4 days until I get the right thickness of the wire, and I create a little wooden stick that I'm pushing the wire inside. That's how I do it. And when I glue it, I just, you know, keep the wire down in the channel, and then I glue it, and then continue. So you need some sort of tools, you know. Yeah, you might use your nails, you know, they work out well, but you know, I prefer to have some tools. The thickness of the wire is 1.5 millimeter, meaning that, you know, it's quite, I think that's about 22 gauge wire, American standard, like 22 gauge. I'm not sure, you have to convert 1.5 mil to whatever the gauge, you know, system is there, but in general it's 1.5 mil diameter of the wire, because the deeper channel is about 3 mil deeper, allowing another 1.5 mil to go on top of it. And if you look here, I like to have this wire a little bit of a, you know, raised over the top of the surface. I don't want it flat, because I don't want this wire completely embedded into the wherever the casting, it looks much better, you know, because you can see much more wire, and it looks nice. Well, I love this way of looking. I'm just so pleased with that. Anyway, now you have the chance to do the same thing, and you know, it's basically a lot of people are, you know, waiting to get such a beautiful thing on their chest. Well, it's up to you how you do it, you know. Make it perfect, or as perfect as you can, you know. But the more you do, the better you're getting, you know. Simple as that, you know. Personally, I like it. I like to do the wire. I like to do the, you know, the windings. Everything is like a really creative process that calms you down, and it's really, you know, just to play with nice music, you know, your favorite mantra or whatever. Get yourself relaxed and start working with the copper wire. And the copper wire, you know, when you work with that kind of stuff, well, it's very satisfying, you know. You start feeling the energy of the wire, and when you're getting closer to the complete winding, so everything is like a, you know, very creative and rewarding process. So that's pretty much it, you know. I have already shot a video with the whole process of, you know, how I cast in this mode, and how I do, you know, the casting, how I clean it and everything. So I think this is pretty much it. This is the all information you need to make it yourself. So stay tuned, because there's another design coming very soon, you know. Now we have 6 windings in each direction. Next one will be mimicking Flower of Life. I don't have any here, but well, anyway, the next one will be the Flower of Life design. I'll post the pictures already, and the next one after that will be like it's 12 windings. It's gonna look pretty much like this one, but this is not you know, this is not Fibonacci Torus. You can see a difference. You see, this is Fibonacci. You see the hole is different, you know, they are different. This is no geometry, this is Fibonacci geometry. Right, so you do expect more designs from me. I like doing this stuff, and I'll be making at least 3 more designs, or 2 or 3 more designs, you know, in this little tiny one, and then I will go bigger, and then it will go like, I don't know, probably up to 150mm big one, so you can really hook up your phone with the frequencies, and, you know, shoot the frequencies everywhere, you know, just to make it like, you know, frequency, you know, bomb in your house or in your environment, wherever it is, you know, just to do whatever you want, you know. I'm trying to provide you the tools. What you do, you know, it's up to you. Thanks for watching. All the best.